Gentlemen, what's going on? It's Eagle Talks Football. We're back again with another video. Shout out to every single one of you guys who've been watching the videos lately. We have been absolutely killing it. So make sure you guys continue to like and subscribe on the channel because this channel has been flying lately. And I do really appreciate all the people. In the last month, we've gotten over, we've got over 600 subscribers. Plus, we're currently on 36K subscribers. So let's get to 37K and please do like the video. Now, Arsenal news today, there is a lot. And I'm not only going to speak about today's news, I'm going to speak about yesterday's news, which I also did a TikTok short on, and I posted it in the shorts community. So in case you guys haven't seen that, please do check that out. But let's get straight into it now that we have to start talking about it. David Ornstein, there's a Bomba, and we're going to talk about the David Ornstein Bomba right now. I was literally just about to do a short and a short little video, but then I seen the David Ornstein Bomba, and I'm like, I have to go live. I have to go live. Now that I've seen this, I have to go live. Now, this is insane because we're signing another defender. Like, what is going on? But it will all make sense in a couple of minutes. And also, we have to speak about the injuries to Bukayo Saka and others. But first things first, David Ornstein has given us an update, an exclusive update on Bayer Leverkusen's 23-year-old defender. And we're going to speak about all of this right now. I am first of all, I am shocked that Arsenal is pushing for another defender so heavily. But it will all make sense in a minute's time once we look at who potentially could be leaving and why Arsenal might be doing this. Now, Arsenal are working on signing this gentleman. How do you pronounce his name? Let's see. 1 second. Is it Piero Hincapie? I don't know how to pronounce that name. Let's get
Piero Hincapie.
Piero Hincapie from Bayer Leverkusen. Player is subject to exit, and the 23-year-old defender told Bayer Leverkusen he wishes to leave and prioritizes Arsenal above others. Also, Tottenham were interested in him, of course. Efforts are ongoing to make the fee more realistic than the 60 million release clause. So at this moment in time, Arsenal are working to make this a little bit more of a realistic situation. Now, what do we know about this gentleman? Let's go find out what we know about this gentleman in a second. I'm going to show you guys some stuff on him and what position he plays, where he plays predominantly. While he is, of course, a defender, he's a center back. You guys know that. He currently plays in the Bundesliga. He plays predominantly on either wing. He's a left-footed player, so I wouldn't be surprised if he plays more on the left side for Arsenal, since he is left-footed. And Mikel Arteta does like a left-footed defender on the left-hand side. And let me just show you guys a little bit about his profile and everything about him right now. This is his transfer mark, and he has played predominantly 124 games at center back. He's played 48 games at left back, and he's played 14 games as a left midfielder. This is also another player who is quite young. He's only 23 years old. If you look at his profile, he is left-footed. So that is why I would assume that Mikel Arteta would be signing him to be a direct replacement to Jakub Kiwior. And what is his actual true market value? They're saying about 50 million. But if we're going to be bringing him in, 50 million is quite steep. Maybe we can negotiate that down. He didn't move recently. His last move was back in 2021 for around what? That's a quite cheap fee. As you can see there, he only moved for like 6 million euros. So that's not much, to be fair. And if they're saying 50 million, I don't know if we're going to actually pull the trigger if it's 50 million. But David Ornstein has given us the Bomba. David Ornstein has said that we are serious about it. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens if we are actually serious, as they say. Because David Ornstein won't post something unless he thinks it's 100% a possibility that something like this could end up happening. So we're going to have to wait and see how things escalate from here. Now, the interesting part about this is another club is interested in defenders is, of course, Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur are interested. Could this whole situation just be Tottenham trying to get one back over Arsenal, and Arsenal are set to bid for this guy who favors a move to the Emirates over Spurs? Of course, his release clause is quite high. Jakub Kiwior potentially moving to Porto. Porto has led to Arsenal working on signing how do you pronounce his name again? I forget how to pronounce his name again. 1 second. This is gonna bother me all day. Hincapie. So yeah, Hincapie. It's very interesting. And then you have 11 minutes ago, Fabrizio saying that Arsenal have made an official approach to Bayer Leverkusen for Hincapie. This is just something else. Tottenham sent a loan with an obligation to buy to Bayern for Hincapie. So we're gonna have to wait and see how things escalate from here. It was just an hour ago that they were speaking about Tottenham approaching him for the loan to the obligation to buy for 60 million, and that same as the release clause in 2026. So once again, we could do another hijacking over Spurs. Very, very interesting. Arsenal set for another hijacking, says Now Arsenal. He's a 23-year-old defender. Honestly, I don't know enough about him. One thing I do know, though, is we are looking to get our direct one-for-one replacement. And look at the business we've already done this window, and we could be adding another left-sided defender to that list. Andrea Berta has honestly been cooking. He has been cooking. We could do another hijacking. It could be another absolute masterclass for us defensively. I trust our board when it comes to signing. I trust Arsenal's recruitment when it comes to signing defenders. We are really good at signing defenders. We don't mess around when it comes to signing defenders. And I'm not surprised that one goes out, one comes in. Now, let's speak quickly about Jakub Kiwior's potential move to Porto, as this has led to this whole situation happening in the first place. We got about a bunch of comments. Shout out to all the people in the comment section. Let's see what you guys are saying. Piero Hincapie. Calafiori is left center back. No, Calafiori can play as a left back and a left center back. It's happening again. It is happening again. Yes, Spurs are in the mud, bro. It is a mad thing. The amount of abuse we gave to Spurs this season, crazy. Fabrizio Bomba too. Yo, what did Fabrizio say? We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to go check it out. We're gonna have to check it out. We will, Egal. Okay, very good, very good, very good. Yes, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to everyone. Some people saying, report this stream. You're an absolute weirdo. Why would you report this stream? Why would you report the stream? Defense is just stacked now. The defense, defense wins you leagues. Defense wins you leagues. Defense, why a defender though? The reason why a defender will be coming in is because Kiwior will potentially be leaving. And the squad planning has been a lot better this season. The squad planning has been a lot better from Arsenal. Arsenal have been looking at potentially squad safety proofing the squad. And 18 hours ago, we got this update that 18 hours ago, we got the update that Jakub Kiwior is most likely going to be headed to Porto. And this is why Arsenal are accelerating with this news. So I understand it. It makes sense. I think it's a good deal for Arsenal to move out a player who doesn't want to be here. Kiwior clearly wants to get as much game time as possible. He's a Polish international. He wants to get game time ahead of the upcoming World Cup. And honestly, I understand his side of the situation. He has been at Arsenal. He's been a backup. He's played a decent role, and he sees just that he can get game time anywhere else and probably be one of their better defenders. So Porto are optimistic that they're going to sign Jakub Kiwior on loan with an obligation. Nothing has been finalized, but Porto are hoping that an agreement by early next week, and Kiwior is preferred outside of the Premier League if he is to leave Arsenal. So Arsenal don't want to sell to teams inside the Premier League because they just rate him that highly. Arsenal understood that Porto and Jakub Kiwior, loan with mandatory buy option, is being discussed with the Polish international as Arsenal are actively pursuing the Bayer Leverkusen defender as a replacement. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Jakub Kiwior could be the player who leaves, and him leaving will then subsequently have us go and push to go sign this other defender from Leverkusen. And what are they saying the deal could be worth? close to a deal for around 32 million plus add-ons. Personal terms are not an issue. Wow. If he leaves to Porto for that price, he would be one of our highest sales in a long time. Like I don't know how many players we've sold for 32 million plus. I think he would be second or third on the list. No, he'd definitely be third on the list. He'd second actually. Anelka's second. So Anelka's what, 25? Something like that. What's Arsenal's record sales? Arsenal's record sale. Okay, Arsenal's record sale list. I seen a list somewhere. Yeah, here we go. So Anelka's 30. There you go. So pretty much in the mix. Alexis Sanchez didn't go for money, to be fair. He went for a swap deal. That doesn't really count. So yeah, he would be pretty much in that mix. 35 million would probably put him as 35. What is it? 35 million? That would probably put him as one of the top sales in our club's history. So fair play. Fair play. If we can get that kind of money for Jakub Kiwior, who's not a week in, week out starter, and we can go and replace him for around similar price, fair play. What is that? 30. If they're saying 37 million, then that could be a record sale. That genuinely could be a record sale. If we're getting record sale money for Kiwior, imagine when we start. No, 26 million pounds. It's not a record sale. That's still like in the mix of one of our best sales, though. Fair play. I just can't wait to see what else we have in store, because I thought the window was closed. Sorry, not closed. I thought the window was over, and I thought Arsenal were done doing their business for the window. But it seems like we are not close to being done doing our business for this upcoming window. And just great news to hear that Arsenal are not resting on their laurels, and they continue to pushing on, continue to going, and good vibes, good times, good everything. Also, another good news is a certain Gabriel Jesus is back. Gabriel Jesus is back training. Wait, Fabrizio just tweeted? What did Fabrizio tweet? Let's go. Let's see what Fabrizio tweeted. Fabrizio just tweeted too. Fabrizio tweeted 4 hours ago about Kiwior, by the way. 4 hours ago, he tweeted about Kiwior. He said this about Kiwior. He said, Porto's talks advance for Jakub Kiwior. No new bid is set to be set this week. With a new bid set to be sent this week, Arsenal already rejected the bid in July. Porto will try soon. If Zinchenko and Kiwior leave, Arsenal could add another player. Fairs. Arsenal could add another player. What else is there? What did Fabrizio say? Here we go. Where is it? 9 minutes ago. He said that there's a proposal expected to be around 20 million loan with the obligation, set to be discussed after rejecting the bid in July. Here's what Fabrizio said also just 19 minutes ago. Arsenal have made an approach. Yeah, we've already seen this part. David Ornstein basically reported this also. So yeah, that is pretty much that with that situation. Pretty straightforward. We've already kind of covered all that. Let's now go to the Gabriel Jesus talks. So Gabriel Jesus, in case you guys don't know, he is returning. He's not fully fit yet, but he's getting back to full fitness. He's getting back, preparing himself. And I just had a question for everybody in the chat. Is a 100% fit Gabriel Jesus better than Rodrygo? Talk to me. Talk to me about 100% fit Gabriel Jesus, because I think a 100% fit Gabriel Jesus is not only a better fit for Arsenal, but he's also a better fit for Brazil. And there's a reason why Gabriel Jesus starts for Brazil and you don't see Rodrygo start for Brazil like when he's fit. Let me know what you guys think. Am I tripping? Am I not tripping? Because with Gabriel Jesus coming back, I think he is immediately one of our best players with technical ability-wise. He's one of our best players. If fit, he arguably would be one of our best forwards, no debate. I think he could start as a winger or he could start at striker. He could play with Gyökeres. He could play without Gyökeres. If Eze plays centrally, he could play in the left wing. If Saka's injured, he can play on the right wing. This is another guy in the team, and we easily have one of the best squads in the league. Like I don't want to hear about other people. I think we generally have one of the best squads in the league at this moment in time. There you go. Shout out to this guy here saying, love the positivity you bring in the fan base. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Everything's always doom and gloom. Everything's always doom and gloom. There's no need. There's no need. We're doing things the right way. We're looking good. We're looking good right now. There's no need for us to go and go mad. Like let's keep it 100. Arsenal is in a good place. We currently have a really, really strong squad, and I'm very happy about the squad that we currently have. Like I seen a tweet yesterday from a guy named Magic Hat. Look at this. Look at this. This is our options for our attack. We are blessed at this moment in time with a very, very, very talented ABC team. Look at this. Like striker number 1, Gyökeres. Striker number 2, Havertz. Striker number 3, Gabriel Jesus. Right winger number 1, Saka. Right winger number 2, Madueke. Right winger number 3, Max Dallman. Left winger number 1, Eze. Left winger number 2, Trossard. Left winger number 3, Martinelli. We are blessed at this moment in time with the best attacking squad depth we have had in years. And I think we currently have I know Chelsea have good squad depth in their attack, but Arsenal have really good squad depth too. Arsenal squad depth has massively improved to a level where I am not scared. Saka's gotten injured. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Our squad depth, Arsenal's depth is unbelievable. It is amazing, especially the attacking depth. We speak about the defense all the time, but the attack, they have really done well to improve the attacking depth in this team. Just remember last year we were struggling with 6 players in these positions. Now we have all these guys who can play in multiple positions. I'm not even including Ethan and Odegaard, just strictly the first 9. We have 9 attacking options. That is amazing squad depth right there. That is exactly what you ask for from a team that's serious about competing. You got A, B, C. And I think arguably some teams in this league could see Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli starting for them. Some teams in this league could see Trossard, Havertz, and Madueke starting for them. And these guys are our squad options. Honestly, it is unbelievable what Andrea Berta and these guys have done in such a short time. And can we speak about the window we are having? The window we are currently having is legendary. This is a legendary window. We are having a legendary transfer window. And I don't think enough people speak about it. This transfer window Arsenal is on is unbelievable. The window we are having. We have already, the business Arsenal have done this transfer window is unbelievable. Just think about it. Martin Zubimendi for 51 million. 51 million for Martin Zubimendi. 51 million pounds for Martin Zubimendi. Okay, let me continue. Yes, we signed Norgard and people were upset. But we have to speak about some of these topics because I'm going to be the first one to sit here and apologize to Arsenal's board, Arteta, Andrea Berta for questioning them when signing Noni Madueke. But we're going to get into that in a second. Kepa Arrizabalaga, Christian Mascara, Victor Gyökeres, Eberechi Eze. We've signed 7 players and we're looking to sign an 8th. Arsenal's transfer window has been as close to a 10 as I've ever seen it. And we're now just going to try putting the icing on the cake. At this point, it's a 9. Only if we can sell some players and maybe do some more business, I'll say, 10 out of 10. But this is as close as possible to a 10 out of 10 window that I've ever seen in my life. This is a really, really strong transfer window from Arsenal. And you have to say to yourself, fair play. Arsenal transfer window, we have cooked. We have cooked. Andrea Berta, the board, everybody, they have been cooking. They have been cooking in the kitchen. And fair play. Now, let's speak about the next thing we need to speak about is the injuries. Now, before we get into the injuries, I'm just gonna say I am happy that the board did not listen to people like myself and they had the idea of squad planning. They went out there and they were squad planning. This was good squad planning. To go and get Nani Madueke was good squad planning, and they were thinking ahead. They were thinking ahead of the possibility of a Bukayo Saka getting injured. They were thinking ahead of a possibility that this man would get injured and potentially not be playing. And the fact that they got both Nani Madueke and Eze plus Victor Gyökeres, I put my hand up. I put my hand up. I'm sorry to the board and to Andre Berta and Arteta and anybody who challenged the opinion. I admit that I was wrong, and I will say this once again. Nani Madueke signing for Arsenal is a good thing. Now that we've gotten Eze, now that we've gotten Victor Gyökeres, now that we still did the business that we needed to do, he is the icing on the cake, because in the case of an injury like we do right now, he is capable of coming in, playing a position that he played already last season in the Premier League for Chelsea. And I know we don't rate Chelsea players. I know we don't rate Chelsea rejects. But one thing I will say is I was wrong. I think Nani Madueke is going to be a difference maker for us, especially since Saka's injured. And the best part about it is Saka and these guys got injured, and Nani Madueke being there kind of gives you the comfortability knowing that you're bringing in somebody who's Premier League proven, and the drop off is not Saka to Mascara, Saka to what do you call it, Sterling. Like the drop off is somebody who I feel like can at least give us something of adequate note, and I don't have to worry too much because we still have Gyökeres, because we still have Eze, because we still have other options. I am not stressed as much as I was going into last season. So yeah, Madueke is good cover. Arsenal Football Club, you great squad planning, thinking ahead, and honestly, they jumped. I might have jumped the gun, and the reaction was very reactionary at the time. So I will put my hand up and admit when I'm wrong, because I completely got that one wrong, and I didn't think the club was going to go and do all the rest of the business that they did this transfer window on top of getting Victor Gyökeres. So fair play right there. What's next? Honestly, can we take a moment to appreciate Eberechi Eze's interview with Ian Wright? Oh my days. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. All the content around Eberechi Eze's signing has been fantastic. I have never seen the club smash it so much with the signing and the announcement and all the media around it, and the let it all work out. The song has become Eze's. The song has become Eze's. Eze has taken that song from Lil Wayne and he's turned it into his. Eze's announcement has just been the best announcement from Arsenal signing in the 21st century. Like, I have not seen an Arsenal signing get so much good reception, such a good signing, such a good way to announce it. Everything about it has just been perfect. The announcement, everything has been perfect around the Eberechi Eze signing to Arsenal. It was 10 for 10. Arsenal killed it. From having Ian Wright, former Crystal Palace player, Arsenal turns into Arsenal legend, to Eze coming in, former Crystal Palace player, now going to come back to his homeboy club, him having the Arsenal shirts when he was younger, him getting the message from Thierry Henry, him going to the crowd, Arteta removing the friggin' the little bridge thing and making the stadium look so much more alive with that shit bridge no longer there, and the players walking out and seeing the crowd right there, the noise, the stadium looked amped. We scored 5 goals. We won the game. The only thing that made the weekend not as good was the injuries. That was the only thing that made the weekend not as good. There you go. Let's get to the next piece of business. It is none other than the rest of the news that we need to discuss. Where is it? You know what? Let me just take a second to say we're not getting Rodrygo. We are not getting Rodrygo. Rodrygo and his agent were in talks with Arsenal, but I just don't think we're going to get Rodrygo. And you know one thing that made me say to myself, we shouldn't go for Rodrygo? The one thing that made me say to myself, we should not go for Rodrygo is when I seen the clip of him working out in the gym. And I'm saying to myself, bro, if you are working out in the gym, getting ready for the season, and you can only lift and you can only squat 2 plates, you need to get big for the Premier League, man. Premier League is a physical league. Premier League is a physical league, and if he can only squat two plates, 75 kg, if that's all you can squat, Rodrygo, you got a problem, bro. You're gonna get taken off the ball 2 seconds. Everyone's gonna brush you off in 2 seconds. You got to be able to at least squat like 4 plates if you're gonna be strong enough to brush off some of the players in this league. Saka and Saliba and Gabriel in training will break you if you come in this light. Like but you're better off staying in Spain if you're this skinny and you're not strong enough to handle the barges and the challenges and the physicality of the league. The Premier League is no joke. I'm not even joking when I say out of all the leagues in Europe, I think the French league and the Premier League are the two most physical leagues. And you being in Spain, maybe you're getting a little bit of a pass because you are quite light. You are a little bit of a lightweight. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. But in my opinion, it's not the end of the world if we don't get him. It's not the end of the world if we don't get him. And yeah, that's just me. Rodrygo stocks have definitely gone down as of late, especially with him not wanting to be saved and basically being like a Real Madrid bench player now at this point. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens though. Let's get on to the injury news, ladies and gentlemen. The injury news. The injury news is another thing that we need to speak about. But oh wait, before we go on to the injured news, Arsenal signed another player. But it's Arsenal did sign another player yesterday. In case you guys didn't know, Arsenal signed David Ornstein announced Arsenal signed a young Irish up and coming player that will be joining Arsenal in 2027. Yeah. So Arsenal signed a guy from Shamrock Rovers, another Victor. He's a youngster. He's a very highly touted Irish midfielder. He's currently 16. The 16-year-old will be joining Arsenal in 2027 as this is basically a pre-contract to January of 2027. We paid a record fee. He's very highly touted. He's viewed as a really good up-and-coming player, similar to they're just saying basically Paul Merson 2.0. We got a young up-and-coming Paul Merson, basically Irish upcoming player coming into the Arsenal team in 2027 when he becomes 18. So for now, because of the rules around everything, we can't get him into the team now, but he will join Arsenal in 2027. So that is another bit of transfer news that we have done. What else is there? Let's get into some of the other stuff that we need to talk about because there is some other stuff that we need to talk about. And I'm saving the injury stuff for a little bit later in the video as I need everybody in the building before we can start talking about the injuries and everything else. News on Ben White. He will be a doubt for the Liverpool game. He has an issue also. What else is there? We already spoke about Kiwior. We already spoke about that. All right. I just want to make sure we covered everything before we move on to the injuries. Have we covered everything? Yeah, that's pretty much it. We covered everything. Arsenal, of course, are looking for another left back. That is interesting. And that is it. Okay, let's get on to the injuries news. So, injury news. We got a news yesterday from Gary Jacobs stating that Arsenal have received a boost on both Odegaard and Bukayo Saka as the injuries were not as bad as first feared. This is great news. And people are even going as far as to go watch the clips of Bukayo Saka speaking to Arteta. And he's basically saying, he's saying that he's going to be all right. Let me just go and find that. Clip with Arteta where people are saying he's basically saying he's going to be all right. 1 second before we go into the actual breakdown of all the injuries and everything. Where is it? Patience, people. Appreciate it. Where is it? Saka. Arteta, Saka. Boom. Where is it? Here we go. So in this video, if you actually watch, so first you got this one here. It looks like he's saying it's a cramp, and then Arteta signifies at the moment he knew this I knew he was what is this guy talking about? You got this one here. He said Arteta said you'll be fine, yeah? He said should be. So maybe it's cope, but if you look right here, it looks like he's saying I should be. Look at this. It does look like I'm not a mouth reader, but it does look like he's saying I should be. So hopefully it's not that serious. And then we have gotten an update today stating about Bukayo Saka's injury and situation with it, that he's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. Yes, Bukayo Saka will be out for 3 to 4 weeks. He has a hamstring injury. Samuel McBell was the one to report it today. Samuel McBell reported that Arsenal attacker. One second, let me just pull it up for you guys. Can you guys see what I'm showing you? No, you can't. There you go. Arsenal attacker Bukayo Saka is expected to miss 3 to 4 weeks with a hamstring injury. So luckily it's on the short end, and he will miss the Liverpool game, and of course he will miss England's game, as Martin Odegaard injury shoulder injury is not severe. So yeah, for somebody myself who've had injuries like shoulder injuries, playing multiple sports, playing football, playing basketball, playing American football, of course, I'll tell you this: a shoulder injury, you can work it out and get your shoulder strong enough where your injury, you're preventing further injuries by just working on your shoulder muscle. As for your hamstring, that's a freak injury. All you can do is stretch and prepare yourself physically for the remainder of the season. And the problem with hamstring and calf injuries, they're connected to other parts of your leg, so it can cause damage throughout your leg if not dealt with properly. So you have to make sure you're 100% ready to go off the back of a hamstring injury or a calf injury, or else you could potentially hurt your knee, you could potentially hurt your Achilles. There's just so many other parts of your body that you could hurt when one part of your leg is stretching or is damaged to a certain degree. So 3 to 4 weeks is very good preventative care. Really, it should be 2 to 4 weeks, but they're just adding extra weeks to prepare and potentially be cautious, as there is an international break. He's most likely going to only miss 2 games. He's probably going to miss the Liverpool game, and he's going to miss the game versus Nottingham Forest. Hopefully he'll be back versus Man City in 4 weeks' time. As for Martin Odegaard, good thing Martin Odegaard doesn't miss too much time. Martin Odegaard could even feature versus Liverpool. Who knows? Martin Odegaard could even feature versus Liverpool. If Martin Odegaard features versus Liverpool, that would just tell me his shoulder injury was not as severe as first thought, as he said. And let's be real, shoulder injuries are a little bit easier to get over, in my opinion, rather than leg injuries. So of course, I would expect him to be in the mix for now. But hopefully Bukayo Saka can get back fit, ready to go. And once again, we're just very happy that we have Nani Madueke and these boys in the team that can make a difference and help us out. Andrea Berta and Arteta are cooking. They've prepared the squad. They have really good squad depth, and I'm just very, very happy at this moment in time. Now, finally, before we go any further, the final piece of this video is to speak about the fact that Arsenal hate has become a sickness. Arsenal hate has become a sickness. And it just is. Arsenal has become a sickness. It has gotten to a point where people are now consistently saying things to just get Arsenal fans upset. We can't celebrate, unfortunately. We're not allowed to celebrate goals. We're not allowed to celebrate signings. We're not allowed to celebrate anything unless you go and win the league. You can't even celebrate a win on the weekend. It's just getting ridiculous. It's just getting ridiculous. And we have to talk about it because people are just trying to ruin the fun of football. They are. They're trying to ruin the fun of football. They're trying to ruin the experience for people. They're trying to make it less entertaining. And in my opinion, all these people are absolute losers. All these people are losers. And I get it that there's banter in football, but to sit here and say that Arsenal fans can't do the Yakura celebration, it's cringe. Is actually stupid. And then you got people going out there and saying, "Oh, how dare you say Eze is coming home?" Well, he played for Arsenal as between 8 to 13. He left, he got released, and now he's coming back. Fair play. Then you also have Liverpool fans who are saying everything is cringe too. Liverpool fans, is this not cringe? You got like 80-year-old men just sitting there bouncing, jumping up and down. Is this not cringe also? Or is it only cringe when it's Arsenal? Oh, okay, I get it. It's only cringe when it's Arsenal, right? It's only cringe when it's Arsenal. It's only cringe. What about the chants? Well, the Declan Rice chant. We did this. Liverpool fans crying about stealing the Chiesa chant. We were doing this chant with Declan Rice before as Chiesa got signed. People, you know what? We might as well take "You Never Walk Alone" just to piss them off. All these people are obsessed. All these people are obsessed with Arsenal. Look at this. People talking about chants. People talking about all sorts of stuff. People talking about people trolling, talking about online abuse. It's honestly embarrassing. Some of this stuff that we're hearing. Look at this. Look at this. Genuinely, shut the fuck up. It's only ever Arsenal. You released him, and in spite, your club got today. Big bullshit. Big clubs. Nothing about reality. Honestly, he just sounds bitter. Some of these people just sound disgustingly bitter. It doesn't even make sense what the hell they're talking about. People are upset about how we announced Eze. People are just upset about all sorts of stuff around Eze. It just doesn't make sense. Let me find the one that I'm looking for, because the one that I'm looking for is hilarious. Where is it? There's the one where people are just getting upset that we're even doing the celebration for Eze. Where is it? Look at this. You got people. Where is it? There's people getting upset about us doing the Eze celebration. Did you see the no comment tweet? This guy just put no comment with here we go. This is it. How are you not allowed to celebrate this? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So Arsenal score a goal, you're not allowed to celebrate. It's cringe. Arsenal don't score a goal. Arsenal score a set piece, you're not allowed to celebrate. It's cringe. Arsenal win a game, you're not allowed to celebrate. It's cringe. Arsenal, we call it get a signing, you're not allowed to celebrate. It's cringe. Everything we do, you're not allowed to celebrate. It's cringe. To me, it just sounds like people are just jealous, and everything that Arsenal do, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, it's cringe. So next time you need to check if something's cringe or if it's not, before you go and make up your mind about it, this is what you need to do. You need to remember, if it involves Arsenal, consider it cringe. And if it doesn't involve Arsenal, consider it not cringe. That's just how it is. Even if it's the best announcement video of your life, it is cringe. Even if it's the worst video of your life and it's another club, it's not cringe because it's another club. And that's just how things work. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Enough about the online discourse and cringe and not cringe, but you guys should remember this, because this is just how people act. This is just how people act. Wasn't it cringe when Son did a camera celebration? People pick and choose, mate. People pick and choose. At the end of the day, these kind of stuff is irrelevant. I get it. Somebody in the comments just said that, but I will just remind you guys that anything involving Arsenal will be considered cringe. Anything not involving Arsenal is not cringe. So just a quick reminder, and you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. There's nothing more to be said. We kind of covered everything. on today's video. About 37 minutes. Very proud of that. Quick little update. And hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Hopefully Arsenal are not done in the business this window. And we'll send you over to another channel, see who's live that we can send you over to, because there is always somebody live that we can send you over to. We will send you over to Dan Potts' channel. We'll send you over to Dan Potts' channel. Check it out. And you already know what it is. Eagle Talks Football. Boom shakalaka. What was that? Boom shakalaka. What am I talking about? Is there any more super chats? No. Shout out to all you guys. We're out of here, people. Catch you guys at 11 o'clock tonight. Peace.